M.A.C.K.
What's up?
First of all, the podcast that we did, one of my favorite ones. You definitely had a lot of insights, a lot of things that people need to just kind of marinate on a little bit, especially
Definitely
when it comes
one
to
of
women
my
in music.
favorite interviews that I've ever done.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great.
Cool. So, why are we here tonight?
I am here for open mic, trying to get warmed up for the Up Next Fest that I'm doing on Saturday. So,
Okay.
trying to like, test out some of them. Well, really not test them out, they ready. They stay ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
So you got something this Saturday?
Yeah, I'm a part of the Up Next festival that they're doing.
Okay.
They got a bunch of great people on the lineup. What's up, man? They got a bunch of great people on the lineup. They got Tay Money headlining.
Oh, wow, okay.
They got I know Wex is gonna be on there. Lache is gonna be on there. A bunch of other great artists that I've met, had the privilege to like work with and like get to connect with recently. We've been doing photo shoots, a lot of promo for it, so I'm excited.
Wow, that's fire. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So, so you're performing tonight. So, what songs are you performing?
I was actually just thinking about that. I'm probably gonna perform "Storm Before the Calm" because that's a crowd favorite, and then I'm probably gonna drop some new shit. Rackism is unreleased, but I'm performing it Up Next on Saturday, and it's like a hot girl rager for the summer. So I'm kind of teed for that. For all, just because you a hot girl don't mean you gotta you gotta be cute all the time. We still cracking skulls, so we
Okay.
Period. We like that.
That's fire. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to this unreleased. Hopefully, we can hear a little bit of it and see what it's doing.
No, for sure, definitely.
Cool. So, you hosted a concert previously, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, first of all, how did that turn out?
Oh my God, it was a learning experience for sure. It turned out, the event was great. Everybody that came had a great time. It was the same week as UNT's homecoming, and we had a lot of UNT involvement, so it kind of fucked with our numbers a little bit. But it was a learning experience. Everything's a learning experience. But it was a great show. All the artists had a great time. We rented out the Ridgely Theater. The theater was great. The people there were awesome. Loved working with them. And all the artists really came and did their thing. So it was a great event. We're looking to do some more shows like that in the future. So I'm excited.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna take this in two angles. So on the performance side, is there anything that you took from that concert that you hosted that you're going to put into this performance?
It was my first time performing my original music on like a big stage that had a light tech and everything actively. And honestly, for me, not to be that person, but I'm a damn good performer. Like, I might not be the best vocalist in the world, but my pen and my performance is something that I'm prideful on. I'm a little arrogant about it. And, I'm not perfect, I'm human. But, like, that shit is, when I get on a stage, when I did Full Moon Fest, I was like, you know what? It's not as condensed. When you're in an open mic at, like, a hookah lounge or like something small, the room is condensed, so your audience has to be up on you. When you're in a big stage and the venue is open and more spaced out, they don't have to be right up on you. A lot of times they can't even, because there's a barrier between the stage and the fucking people. And like, it's like, damn, I really have to get you engaged with my voice. Like, I can't just get you engaged. No, but like you have to really pull to get people engaged. It's like a black box show versus like a stage show in theater. Like, you have to really, you can't just like, if I'm doing a poem, and you have to really animate. So it taught me I had to use my full stage. I had to project my voice. I had to be bigger with my gestures. I couldn't just sit there and be like, so you have to really like, it's challenging. It shows who actually knows how to perform and who had just started performing. Like, so it's like you have to really work the stage. This event is no different. Like, I'm gonna have to hop up on that stage and straight show my ass. I'm gonna have to do more than I'm gonna have to do tonight.
Yeah.
Because it's a big stage. It's a lot of people, and there's people that already got a name for themselves.
Yeah.
People are getting hyped for them off their name alone. These motherfuckers don't know me, so I have to give them a reason to not forget me. So I gotta go up there and show off. Show out.
So on that note, like when it comes to performing concerts, right? Is there a certain type of song or a certain type of songs that are more favorable than others when it comes to performing concerts, or is it you can really do whatever you want as far as slow, fast songs, hype songs, chill songs?
I could do whatever I want. However, like, I also have to keep in mind, and a lot of artists don't do this, but you got to keep in mind at the end of the day, like, you're an artist, you making music for you or whoever you're making it for, but at the end of the day, like, you're still a business, and your music is your product. So it's like, your favorite product that you made might be this. But if that's not what the fuck they're paying for, then why would you make so it's like making t-shirts. If you got a bunch of black t-shirts and a bunch of white t-shirts and you like the white t-shirt better, but everybody's buying the black t-shirts. Why would I go bulk order a bunch of white fucking t-shirts if nobody's gonna buy them? Why would I sit here and waste all this time and energy and opportunities to pour into a song that's not gonna get my crowd as turned or as memorable? Because if they fall in love with the songs that they already like, and I give them a reason to fall in love with them heavier, they're gonna run through my discography regardless. So yeah, the songs that they like more, like Storm Before the Calm, or There You Go, or Scars, the ones that really be tugging on heartstrings, I'ma perform them bitches because my crowd already fucks with them. And you know what? They're gonna be like, damn, bro, I've been hearing these songs for a minute. Do she got anything else? And they start listening to the other shit. That's how that's why, like, there are some artists that'll push one song for years before that shit pops off. That's how a lot of these songs on TikTok pop off. They be like, bro, people got one song popped off overnight. No, they've been pushing that, paying for promo, Instagram ads, they've been pushing that bitch forever. Like, you gotta really go ham. So yeah, I pick crowd favorites to hit that hoe. I'm not that arrogant that I think all my shit gonna go every time, because there's different crowds for different audiences. I got a bunch of white people out there. I'm gonna sing my alternative shit because they gonna get a little bit more tea for it than the black folks. Shit, sometimes the black folks surprise me and they be more lit for it than anybody else. Sometimes the white kids be teed off the trap shit. I be like, cool, I like that. You know, cool. Like, bro, really, honestly, think about, like, low-key a gem real quick. I'm gonna just say this. People want to say that, like, oh no, I gotta act a certain way because of these white kids or because it's not the demographic, or like black people aren't the majority. Bro, look, if trap music wasn't popping and them white kids weren't listening to hip hop music, it wouldn't be as big as it is, and these rappers wouldn't be as rich as they are. Just saying. Hip hop is popping right now. That's considered pop. There are pop transitions into hip hop for a reason. Everybody is listening to that. You can make anybody listen to anything. You just have to present it correctly. You can make a kid that hates broccoli eat broccoli if you don't tell him it's broccoli or something. They out here making cauliflower wings and people eating them bitches like they real chicken wings. You just got to present it. It's presentation, which is why the performance is so important. Look,
Zach be dropping the knowledge, bro. Please, you gonna come up, bro. You gonna come up.
Anytime y'all want to interview me, shit. If y'all ever like, shit, we should do a podcast. Y'all ever want to just have like a podcast and just have me come on there and hit that hell? I will.
Yes.
I want to do a podcast.
I have your number. I'll
anyways.
text you. So on the other end of hosting your concerts and stuff, right? What have you learned about just hosting concerts in general?
Ooh, I hate it. No, let me not say that. I love hosting because, like, I just like making sure my guests. I like being a host in general. I love when my guests are enjoying themselves because that means I'm doing something right and I've provided an experience. My favorite thing, my most expensive thing that I'll ever pay for is an experience. I'll drop thousands of dollars to go on a trip or to go to a concert before I spend $100 on some shoes. Easily. I'll spend money on food before I spend money on shoes or clothes or makeup because it's an experience. I'm experiencing this food right now, so I want to experience it. I'll do that. So when I'm providing an experience and that's what I'm selling to people, I want them to have the best fucking experience possible. Because, like, what the fuck did you pay? I'm not going to charge you money for something that I wouldn't pay for myself.
Right.
So hosting it, like, I just don't like hosting and being an artist at the same time because I got to run back and forth, and I'm hunting down artists, and I'm like, why are you too drunk to get on stage right now? Why are you get your, like, it's like babysitting adults. It's like being a stage manager is babysitting adults, and I was being a stage manager, a host, and an artist all on the same night, so it was a little hectic. In the future, I'm gonna hire somebody else to do that shit. But I love hosting. I used to host open mics, so I have a lot of practice. I used to be a theater kid, so I have a lot of practice being on stage in front of people working a crowd. But hosting is 50% knowing what's going on and staying on schedule, and 50% reading your audience. Because if you got a crowd of old people, I'm not finna get up there and talk to them like, what's good, niggas? They're gonna be like, who the fuck is this bitch talking to? The disrespect. Who the fuck? I'm old enough to be your granny. Who the hell are you talking to? But then if you get up there and there's a bunch of like fucking teenagers or like young 20-year-olds, I'm like, good evening, people. They're gonna be like, fuck is this formal ass bitch up here? The fuck, you don't get your fucking butler ass on somewhere. Like, you just gotta you gotta read your crowd. I like, and it's fun. It's like active. It's like a maze almost. You have to like navigate people's brains in real time in a mass. It's like ADHD heaven for me on stage. It's great. Like, it is. Like, I'm having to account for, like, I'll say one thing and see like this group of people over here made a face at me. Don't make that joke again. Cool. But everybody over here thought it was funny, so find a middle ground to get everybody to laugh. Like, you gotta be thinking about that shit in real time.
Your mind might be for this. You might need to continue to host these concerts.
Oh God, yeah. Like, no, me and Wex have something in the works. It's called M.A.C.K Entertainment. Wex and M.A.C.K. M.A.C.K Entertainment. And we're like, that's gonna be our ENT brand. We're getting the LLC for that shit and everything up and running. We want to throw shows consistently. Wex literally tells people this all the time. He said, I have achieved my goal. He said, I'm in the 1% of people in the music world that make money and support themselves off of their career. And that's all he does. He's a full-time audio engineer. He said, my goal is to get the team to be in the 1% of musicians that get to do their shit full time. Like, so that's the goal. So like if we can start throwing these shows, and the goal is to eventually pay the artists to perform. Like people are trying to charge artists slots and shit. My main goal is not making money. My main goal is to provide opportunities for these artists to make money. That's why I threw that show, because I was like, no, like I could easily threw this shit at a hookah lounge, save me a bunch of bread and made money for me, but I wanted the artists to feel like artists. We had a backstage green room with a sauna back there. Like we had a light tech, we had a sound tech, we had all this shit together, and it was like, I asked everybody, I said, did you feel like, we had interviews going on backstage, I said, did you feel like an artist today? And they were like, hell yeah. I got like the whole full 9 yards VIP treatment. Like people had to ask me to come backstage. Like they couldn't just walk back there. Like it wasn't just ooh, everybody in my face all the time. Like I felt important. And honestly, like shit, when you're providing the entertainment, nigga, you are important. They here to see you. And it's like, it's hard to stay in that mindset all the time where like someone talked to me last night. They're like, bro, you have to be what you represented all the time. And it's like, if you're not being it's hard to be what you represent all the time when the world is constantly telling you that you're not shit. So I wanted to have an event that reinforced that mindset. Like, bro, you are the shit. And you have to maintain that mindset in everything you do, even when the world is telling you that you're not. Because, nigga, you can be an artist. There's going to be 3 times as many people that hate on you than love you. But guess what? If there's 3 million people that hate you and 1 million people that love you, guess what? You still got a career, nigga. Fuck them niggas. So, like, I'm focused on that 1%. Yeah. Tune out everything else. Yeah. That's what performing is. Tune out everything else. You here to put your best foot forward, and if they're not contributing to that best foot, fuck them. Or figure out how you can grow so that they can contribute. If they're not just hating, they dry hating. You got to differentiate between dry hating and criticism. That's a problem. Dry hating and criticism are 2 different things.
Real. So it's safe to say that we can expect more concerts to come.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. We got Wex and Friends 2 in the works right now. Like, that shit is almost done. We're almost done engineering the whole thing. It'll drop probably in September. Because my nigga Slim get out in September. Free my nigga Slim. Okay. He gets out in September. So, we're doing Wex and Friends Part 2 coming up soon. And it'll probably be, it'll be in Dallas somewhere. We were going to do it at, a venue in Dallas. I'm not going to say any names because I'm not messy. But they told us that our music was too violent and misogynistic for them, which is crazy because we got like house music and shit on there, and I was like, y'all didn't listen to it, y'all just looked at the song lyrics. That's cool. And they saw who was asking and they just ran with that. So I was like, it's cool, that's fine. And they told us that we couldn't do it there even though we had all the money to pay for it up front. So money doesn't always walk, bro. People can still deny you opportunities even if you got the bread. You have to know how to talk to people. So those of y'all that think that y'all got bread and y'all could just talk to people crazy because y'all got more money than them, they can still deny you opportunities. Just people have resources and not the bread will still fuck you up in the long term. Business is more than money. Yeah, business is more than money, y'all. Hey. Like, just how you present yourself. Because if you walk into a place and you ignorant and they look like you gonna get their event shot up, they will not let you perform there. Message. They're quick to tell you no, bro. Message. And even if you they will block you. They will block you quick. You're a liability, not an asset. Like.
Okay. So, can we expect anything coming from you soon? Projects, visuals, music?
But other than the project that I just dropped, Malice in Wonderland, dropped in October on all platforms. Other than what I just dropped, and Wex and Friends 2 that I'm a part of, which is a big collective. Yeah, Wex. Big collective. And then I have some collab projects. Like I'm going out to Chicago this summer. I'm working on a tape called Sun Showers with this artist called 2020. He's out of Chicago. He's a part of Wex and Friends also. I met him during Wex and Friends, the first one, then we did it last year. His brother Christ is a dope ass producer, engineer. Wex has been knowing him for some years, so they came out here to work with us. And me and 20 have a whole project together. He just asked me to do a second one. Have a mixtape coming out with Caesar.
Shout out my boy Caesar, bro.
Shout out to Caesar. We got projects coming out with him. I just made a single with Wex that I'm performing for the first time, debuting at Up Next Festival called Spineless. And that song is only a minute and some change. And I literally woke up out my sleep on the couch in the studio. And he was like, your verse better be hard. I said, I'm writing. Wrote that shit it out. That song is fucking good. We put some crack in that hoe. I don't know what's in that hoe, but it hit. It's addictive. It's good, and it's like some pop shit, so it's hard. Yeah. So I'm teed. We just all stuff in the works. Like I don't care what it's got. Hella videos coming to you soon. Content to promote the shit that I already have out, because if you're not pushing the shit you invested in, then what are you doing?
Right.
So all that shit, I'm even gonna be pushing, even though it's old. A lot of people ain't heard that. I'm still gonna be pushing the interview that we did. That's content that I haven't pushed at all. Like I've been bad on my promotion, so I'm pushing that. That's what's heavy this year. It may not be as much new music, but it'll definitely be new content for the music. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Well, Mac, it's a pleasure as always to have a conversation with you. You always dropping knowledge, some gems. So,
Thank you for having my talkative ass. I'm sorry I talk so much.
No, bro, that's what this platform is for. Get your message out. So I appreciate you for being a part of this again, and looking forward to all the stuff that you have coming out and that you're about to do. So.
I appreciate y'all for having me, bro. Always a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.